Respected Chairman and dear friends in aesthetic medicine, thanks for giving me a chance to share my knowledge. For us, Renovia-ABLS Academy, knowledge is property of mankind. The more we give freely, the more it grows exceedingly. Old age is the supreme evil because it deprives us of all pleasures, leaving us only the appetite for them, and it brings with it all sufferings. Nevertheless, we fear death and we desire old age. The fight to preserve youth is as old as mankind. In the saga of every country and every culture, there is the legend of man's effort to preserve or restore youth as we are doing today. Why do we bother about aging? To be always looking ever young or looking 5 to 10 years younger than peers in a conference or in a party, it makes us happy. Our life expectancy increased 1 year for every passing year. Life expectancy in the United States and other industrialized countries continues to increase and is expected to reach 100 years by about 2025. Aesthetic medicine is a new branch of art and science, an answer to the quest of to be ever young. At least it makes me happy when I wash my face in the morning, seeing myself looking 5 to 10 years younger than my peers. We use our touch and feels in doing our jobs. Looks and feels of aging need to be recognized well. Aging phase is an ongoing process of unproportionally aging process of face organs, skin laxity, facial lines and wrinkles, fat loss and fat gain, fibrous alteration of fascia matrix. Youthful look depends on the right amount of facial fat at the right places. Significance of bone loss due to bone atrophy and relative changes in the dynamic of bone expansion and bone resorption. Bone resorption leads to biometric volume loss. There is an appreciable reduction in facial height, which is mainly due to changes in the maxilla and mandible, and a modest increase in facial width and depth, the face becoming square face. Facelift is like moving furniture to proper places. Principal objectives of facelift surgery are fixing tissue and repositioning fat, fix the relaxed or mobile tissue to immobilized structure such as tendon, fascia, and periousteum, without scar nor complications are most desirable. There are many options in facial rejuvenation for non-surgical processes such as laser, Botox, filler, liposuction, fat transfer, PRP, thread lift, and suture suspension thread lift (SSC), and the surgical procedures. To be able to do thread lift well, one needs to know certain principles of facelift surgery. There are 5 facial layers or planes in cosmetic surgery, and one has to know principle of skin tightening and lifting too. Layer 1, the skin, which has different characteristics in different areas of the face in terms of pigmentation, thickness, and subcutaneous adherence. Layer 2. The subcutaneous fat layers varies in thickness and presence across the face. It is separated by fibrous septae into distinct compartments. The musculopunolotic facial layer in layer 3 has received great attention during the last years, especially as the alteration of this layer, that is shortening, duplication, or refixation, is the general basis for general surgical facelift procedures. Layer 4. The loose aponeuritic connective tissue layers contain the deep fat, loose spaces, and ligaments. And the last layer is the periousteum and deep fascia. All 5 layers are connected with fibrous branching like a tree. The strongest anchoring point is at the root and trunk of the tree. To be a thread facelift artist, one needs to have artistic mindset. The basic concept of facelift surgery is to fix redundant tissue with fixed structure or mobilizing fat to proper place using appropriate thread and techniques while respecting individual anatomical structure. To be able to do thread lifting well, one must know the strength and limitation of the threads, thread lifting technique, and our own capability. For thread lifting, it is for skin tightening and lifting of mild to moderate skin laxity and rejuvenation. Most popular threads used nowadays are mono, barbered, and suspensory threads such as cone thread. Suture suspension thread lift is a non-scar facelift surgery. Differences among PDO, polydioxanone, PLLA, polylactic acid, and PCL, polycaprolactone, are their biodegradation period, flexibility, discomfort, hydrolytic resolution, and safety. All of them stimulate collagen synthesis, which in turn increases thickness of the papillary dermis, improving pores and fine wrinkles. Other threads, which I do not mention here because they are not approved by FDA or are too risky for aesthetic practitioners, such as silicone thread and gold thread. Each thread types requires special technique. PDO monothread varies in size from 30G to 25G and the length of 38 mm to 100 mm long. The needle is inserted into the curved direction into the area to be lifted in a mesh-like fashion for stitch subcutaneous tissue to deep dermis. The longer the thread, the stronger tightening effect. Cock thread stitch subcutaneous tissue to deep dermis, layer 2 and 3. SSC Suture Suspension Cannula. It is a medical instrument developed by me, manufactured by Hakko, a medical disposable device manufacturer in Japan, with Thai patent and Thai FDA approved. It can be used with all sorts of thread, either mono, cork, surgical thread, and etc. It is used to fix mobilized sagging tissue of layer 2 and 3 to fix tissue such as tendon, fascia, and periousteum.
ใช้เข็มเบอร์ 18G เจาะนำแล้วดันปลายแหลมของเข็มให้ออกมาข้างนอกแคนูล่าล็อกสปริงที่ตำแหน่งล็อกแทงเข็มพร้อมแคนูล่าตั้งฉากกับผิว entry point จนถึงชั้นเอ็นหรือกระดูกที่ต้องการจะผูกยึดเกี่ยวเยื่อหุ้มกระดูกหรือเอ็นและแทงเข็มเข้าไปอยู่ในชั้นใต้ผังผืดหรือกล้ามเนื้อปลดล็อกให้ปลายเข็มแหลมเข้าไปอยู่ในแคนูล่าผ่านแคนูล่าขนานไปกับกล้ามเนื้อและยังอยู่ใต้ผังผืด superficial fascia หรือ deep fascia เพื่อให้จุดออกบนผิวหนัง exit point เลื่อนเข็มแหลมมาอยู่ในตำแหน่งปลดล็อกเข็มแหลมจะถูกดันออกมานอกแคนูล่าร้อยไหมปลายหนึ่งเข้าที่รูร้อยไหมของเข็มดึง SSC พร้อมไหมออกมาทางตำแหน่งเข้า entry point ไหมครึ่งหนึ่งจะดึงผิวหนังและ smash ให้ตึงด้วย surgical knot หรือ square knot